Mackenzie Dern versus Marina Rodriguez just took place in the main event of UFC Fight Night Vegas 39, Dern versus Rodriguez, and what an amazing performance by the underdog Marina Rodriguez. She won this fight by decision, very, very, very dominantly, 4 rounds to 1, very clearly won this fight by decision. The only round you can give to Mackenzie Dern is round 2. She had Marina Rodriguez in some very compromising positions on the ground, had a lot of control time, landed some good shots from full mount in round 2 as well after a quick scramble where she ended up on top. Marina Rodriguez, though, other than in round 2 and maybe at the end of round 3 where Mackenzie Dern ended up on top again at one moment and had me very worried, Marina Rodriguez just completely outclassed her on the feet over the 5 rounds, showed good takedown defense, used the cage to her advantage, backed up against the cage anytime Mackenzie Dern tried to close the distance, used it to get back to her feet, got the underhooks, got the double unders, turned Mackenzie Dern around, landed some good knees in the clinch, and just would not allow this fight to go to the ground. At least not a lot. Anyway, only 1 takedown out of 8 for Mackenzie Dern. Honestly, though, who could have seen this one coming? It must have, honestly, let's be real for a second here. This underdog pick, only a god amongst men would have picked this underdog. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it'd have to be the son of Jesus Christ himself would have had to have picked this underdog. I don't see any mortal man who has under a 10-inch penis being able to predict this underdog pick. It's just absolutely impossible. There's no way you could have seen this one coming. But I picked Marina Rodriguez as an underdog, and I got it correct, and it paid off in a massive parlay for myself, and I turned £10 into £110 by picking a parlay with Randy Brown, worried about his broken toe, but we'll talk about that afterwards in a full card recap, which is coming out after this video, Mateus Nicolau, who scraped by decision, and also had a couple of other fighters, I believe Chris Gutierrez on that one, and Lupita Godinez. Eventually, Marina Rodriguez pulled it off in the upset, in the main event, and showed a great performance, man. She had a good performance in her last fight as well against Michelle Waterson, and it was mainly the body work. It was all of the stuff on the feet, though. She was way better than Mackenzie Dern on the feet. Mackenzie Dern is just not good at stand-up in MMA. We found out because the way she was throwing certain punches, you will get slept by a Zhang Weili, a Rose Namajunas, a Valentina Shevchenko, let's be real, if she ever decides to move up and try out Big Mac Dern again, which I would very much appreciate because the chest area does grow with her as she moves up a division. Either way, she just didn't look good on the feet, man. Did not look good on the feet. Oh well. Just flailed her arms around, very blindly, like she has done in her previous fights. If she can't get it to the ground, she's typically in massive trouble. A massive red flag for me here when I was watching this fight, when I was researching for this fight, was Dern has a 10% takedown rate. She gets 10% of her takedowns on her opponents. Rodriguez has decently okay takedown defense against anyone other than Carla Esparza in the women's strawweight division. Ribas destroyed Dern on the feet for 3 rounds, had no problem with her whatsoever. Rodriguez KO'd Ribas twice in her career so far. Twice on the feet. Has good power, rocked Mackenzie Dern a couple of times. Mainly, though, it was the front kicks to the body. It was a couple of those leg kicks as well. She also has a very weird way of setting up an oblique kick to the leg. It's it's a very weird situation, in all honesty. She wasn't even going for the knee with the oblique kick like John Jones would, or another guy like Israel Adesanya maybe would, or Whittaker would, or Yoel Romero would. She was going straight to the shin with the oblique kick, just pushing that shin right into the canvas, making Mackenzie Dern take very weird steps, and she just couldn't get her momentum. She couldn't get her timing down. Every time she rushed in, Marina Rodriguez would move away and land a counter shot. Every time she moved backwards, Marina Rodriguez would just slam another hard front kick right into her stomach. Landed a couple of good head kicks at certain moments in the fight. Even at one point in the fight as well, Marina Rodriguez landed a good spinning back kick to the body on Mackenzie Dern that had her hunched over a little bit. Almost finished her at the end of the 5th round. That's what I loved about Marina Rodriguez's performance. It wasn't enough just to win. In her mind, she had to finish in an entertaining fashion, just for the fans. And to be honest with you, I hated this as a main event leading up to it. I still hate it as a main event. I don't think it's a good main event, in all honesty. In terms of star power, it's just not going to bring attention to the card. The card was amazing. They all are whenever they're this terribly put together. But Marina Rodriguez looks really good at fighting, and it was an entertaining main event. She just tooled up Mackenzie Dern on the feet. Worrying moments for myself as picking the underdog of Marina Rodriguez as well. In the 2nd round, I was shitting my pants because Marina Rodriguez at one moment just rolled to her back, when she could have maybe stood up and got out of the position, she rolled to her back and almost gave up a bad position, was fighting a lot in those submission positions. Dern had like a rear crucifix on Marina Rodriguez at one moment, but Rodriguez just refused to give up her back to Mackenzie Dern. Then Dern would take full mount, but Rodriguez just wasn't giving up. Honestly, someone said this in the chat when I was watching it live. Someone said if any other female under her in the rankings would have been put in those positions, they probably would have just quit and rolled over and accepted defeat, because it does get very pressurizing when you're that worried and you're getting hit on the head on the ground in the second round. But Marina Rodriguez is tough, very tough, got good cardio. She didn't have good cardio before, so she's definitely worked on that. Took it a bit slower for herself and just invested well to the legs, to the body. It meant that Mackenzie Dern couldn't get like a second wave of momentum. Every minute in the first round of the first part of each round, the first minute of each round, Marina Rodriguez would also immediately amp up the pace, start very sure, get momentum at the start of the round to make Mackenzie Dern always be fighting from behind. It was a great performance. Good stand-up. I mean, it's not going to be crazy because it's women's MMA, but it's like, we're seeing evolution here. We're seeing, I reckon, and I know this sounds crazy because she's what is she in the world? Number 5, number 6? She's now going to be number 5 in the world. Probably number 4 above Yan Xiaonan, unless she's lost to her that I don't know about. But either way, probably number 4 above Yan Xiaonan, who she hasn't lost to. So, number 4 in the world, Marina Rodriguez. And I know this sounds like a crazy take, and maybe I am absolutely crazy. I think she hard spars at least once a week. I know you've all clicked off the video. I'm a hack, I'm a sellout, I'm a shill. I understand. I'm genuinely being serious here. This is my opinion. It's a hot take, I know. I think this number 4 fighter in the world that makes hundreds of thousands to show up, I think she actually hard spars. That's what this showed me. She actually hard spars. She knows what she's doing out there. She can take a shot well. She doesn't feel threatened under pressure and close up her eyes and swing like a retard. She actually holds her ground, counters back, and look good. And I think she's going to be a problem for the top contenders, but the next fight that she has in her career will prove if she will be a problem. I truly believe in the strawweight division right now. First of all, it's sad that Mackenzie Dern lost because she's the bigger name. She's 28 years of age. Marina Rodriguez is the lesser name. Doesn't speak much English. She does speak some that we found out afterwards, but 34 years of age. Probably not going to go on a massive title run in the division. Either way, number 4 in the world. I think Carla Esparza at strawweight just should get the title shot next in the strawweight division. I don't think there's any confusion about that. She earned it. She has beaten Rose Namajunas. If Rose Namajunas beats Zhang Weili in the rematch, turns around in March of next year, takes on Carla Esparza in a rematch as well, wins that one, you then set up Rose Namajunas as the greatest strawweight of all time. She probably already is the greatest strawweight of all time with her 2 wins over Joanna, 1 win over Zhang Weili, multiple-time champion, beat Andrade. She just doesn't have that 1 win over Carla Esparza, and it would be such a shame because Esparza has already beat Marina Rodriguez as well, by the way. Close fight, but she won it. It would be such a shame if we wasted this opportunity to have complete lineage for Rose Namajunas. If she beats Carla Esparza, she will have been multiple-time strawweight world champion, defended it multiple times in a row on multiple occasions, beaten every single UFC champion in the strawweight division in UFC history. Carla Esparza, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Jessica Andrade, all of those will be hers. Other than that, it's only her who's been a champion outside of those names. She needs this Carla Esparza win. She'll wipe off a loss from her record, and she'll start to have a real great legacy for herself that's somewhat undeniable, and then maybe we can talk about her moving up to take on Shevchenko. Maybe that'll be a cool matchup, but for Marina Rodriguez, I think she's looking at names like Joanna Jędrzejczyk, who she should have called out, and I think would be a very entertaining fight because they have very, very similar styles. Good takedown defense, front kicks to the body, oblique kicks to the legs, jab, 2 combos, not many crazy hooks or crazy moments. Yeah, I think Joanna Jędrzejczyk could be next for her. I know Joanna Jędrzejczyk says she's not fighting anyone that's not named Zhang or Namajunas, which I just think is so mentally retarded. I think she should try and secure her next title shot, April of next year, against Marina Rodriguez, or Marina Rodriguez to look to take on Yan Xiaonan. She'll probably ask for a rematch with Esparza, but I don't think Esparza needs to. I think she's earned a title shot here. So yeah, and honestly, when's the last time Joanna Jędrzejczyk fought? I want to say it was February of last year, 2020. UFC 257, I want to say. Adesanya versus Romero. I think that actually was the card. Yeah. You know, UFC 248. Jesus Christ, so off. UFC 248. I wanted to say 247, but 247 was Jones versus Reyes. 248, March of 2020 last year. Why is she still in the rankings and not lowering down the rankings whatsoever? Even McGregor drops down the rankings if he's that inactive, like a year and a half off. They'll start to shimmy him down a little bit. Not when he was champion, but when he was a contender, they started to shimmy him down a little bit. Don't know why Joanna Jędrzejczyk is not ranked. I think if she doesn't sign a fight by the end of this year, or at least January of next year, remove her from the rankings. She's not fighting very clearly. I'm not playing this game where she deserves a title shot, because she doesn't. Marina Rodriguez, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, early next year. Other than that, give her Yan Xiaonan. Then we can sort something out afterwards, and we'll see where it goes from there. But for Mackenzie Dern, needs to start hard sparring and working on her stand-up. But I think a great matchup for her would be Michelle Waterson. Perfect. Number 10, the Karate Hottie versus the Jiu-Jitsu Hottie. Co-main event of a fight night. I don't want it to be, but it probably will be a co-main event of a fight night. Maybe a prelim headliner of a pay-per-view card, or like a co-main event of a prelims of a pay-per-view card, or knowing the UFC, the feature fight of a fucking pay-per-view card because they're female and stunning and brave. Mackenzie Dern will be number 6 after this. Maybe Claudia Gadelha is even an option that could happen. I think she might have a matchup coming up. I almost want to say that Yan Xiaonan and... No, they've already fought each other, Xiaonan and Claudia Gadelha. But yeah, I'd like to see Mackenzie Dern versus one of those two. Claudia Gadelha, Michelle Waterson, Amanda Ribas in a rematch. Nothing to do with the looks. Just personal reasons, okay? I just need to see how the styles match up. And when I say styles, I mean butt cheeks. You know what I'm saying? But either way... good matchups on the horizon for Dern. Needs to regroup, figure some things out. Yeah, she needs to work on wrestling, really, beyond anything else. Like, if you're a jiu-jitsu player and you don't have the ability to get someone to the ground outside of, like, fluke scrambles, it's just not going to go well for you. But she did have some moments of success that she can look back on and think, you know what? I can use this. I can improve on this. Like, if she did better in that second round, maybe she could have had a submission over Marina Rodriguez. I don't think it was a 10-8 round in the second, by the way. I know that's how the commentary was speaking, and some people even in my chat were saying 10-8 in the second round. Marina Rodriguez had her in a Darce choke in the second round. For like a solid minute in a Darce choke. It wasn't a good Darce choke, but it was in. It was a Darce choke. It wasn't going to finish Dern, but it was in, and it was a Darce choke. Dern landed some good ground and pound, 10 significant strikes worth. But like, other than that, it wasn't a 10-8. It was like control time. She didn't really have too many great submission attempts. It's not like a rear naked choke was in and it was over, but Marina Rodriguez just fought out of it. It's not like an armbar was in and it was over, but Marina Rodriguez somehow scrambled out of it. It was just like they were both scrambling on the ground and Mackenzie Dern was winning the scrambles. I don't know how that's a 10-8 round, so. But, you know, women's MMA. Who cares? Marina won. I'm glad. I got the prediction correct. I'm glad I called an upset in a main event. It doesn't typically happen in main events, calling upsets. But I just saw that she's just actually good on the feet, and Dern isn't. And Dern looks like she doesn't hard spar, so... needs to start hard sparring again. My opinion. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Marina Rodriguez earned a title elimination bout with this performance. And also, I want to say this again. End of the 5th round. Could have just cruised to a decision win and absolutely won the fight on all judges' scorecards. Didn't even have to win the 5th round in hindsight, but she made sure at the end of the 5th round, jumping knee, Superman punch, Superwoman punch, should I say, Superwoman punch, jump knee, big shots, big knees against the cage. She was trying to finish the fight and she made it entertaining. So well done to Marina Rodriguez. Good performance. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Click that button up there. Toodle pip. I'll see you later. Goodbye.